you most beautiful and most amazing top 10ers, how are you doing today? So some exciting news for you. I hosted both parts 1 and 2 of the shocking facts about Disney, which now have a collective 20-ish million views between them. So because of that, I'm hitting you with a part 3. Fun fact for you, part 1 was one of the first videos I ever hosted on Most Amazing Top 10. So you asked for it, I'm giving it to you. Let's do this. This is the shocking facts about Disney, part 3. Ooh. In at number 10, Ursula is Triton's sister. Say what? Yep, that's right, Ursula the Sea Witch and Triton the Sea God. In the 2006 Platinum Edition DVD release of Ariel the Little Mermaid, deleted scenes revealed that Ursula is Triton's sister, making her Ariel's evil aunt. I mean, I'm shocked. This maybe would explain some of the jealousy and the source of Ursula's power. However, I for one need more context. Unfortunately, this concept was not used in the final film, although it is often discussed in spin-off material and is heavily referenced in the Broadway musical production of The Little Mermaid. In at number 9, a Disneyland ride ends in hell. Like actual hell. So Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is an original ride at Disneyland, California, having opened alongside the park in 1955. Now part of the ride features Mr. Toad driving into oncoming traffic, then going straight to hell. The devil's there, just hanging out, doing his thing, terrifying the children. Excellent. In at number 8, Disney has been accused of plagiarism. So where does Disney get their ideas for their epic tales? So many sources are developed and cited, such as Hans Christian Andersen's work on The Little Mermaid. So one of the first times Disney was called out for plagiarism was for copying the story of the Lion King from a Japanese movie called Kimba the White Lion. Now during which many aesthetics and plot parallels can be drawn, including the lead character's name Kimba, which, you know, sounds a lot like Simba the Lion King. Again, Disney was accused following the release of Monsters Inc. for taking story elements from the 1989 movie Little Monster, in which monsters work by scaring kids in their beds. Finally, once again following Toy Story, many people said this was a lot like the 1983 movie A Christmas Toy, during which toys come to life when children aren't around. In at number 7, Pumbaa is the first Disney character to fart. So a problem-free philosophy isn't so problem-free when you have to worry about farting. Pumbaa from the 1994 movie The Lion King was the first ever Disney character to fart. So flatulence was ignored for like many years. I understand though, parping isn't exactly the stuff of fairy tales. In at number 6, Tom Sawyer Island was once seized by hippies. Now in order to protest the strict Disney dress code in 1970, 750 hippies staged a smoke-in on Tom Sawyer Island, and they even raised the Viet Cong flag. Basically, this is because Disney would reject people from entering the park if they had long hippie-like hair. So following the invasion, Disney was not happy and responded by shutting the park and calling the police. In at number 5, Disney says ugly people are nasty people. What do you have to do to be a beautiful Disney princess? Well, be good of course. What if genetics and unfortunate accidents don't work in your favor? Well, you must be some kind of witch or hateful beast. Sorry. Time and time again in Disney, we see beauty as kindness. Now this is totally fair, but ugly is often considered to be evil. For example, in Snow White, the Wicked Queen puts on an ugly peasant disguise as she goes about her evil biddings. The ugly sisters are Cinderella's enemies, and the Beast is a literal horned creature until Belle shows him goodness. Then the only way for him to turn good and to love her is to become handsome again, because obviously. Also Ursula, well, she must have skipped out on the good genes of Triton and Ariel and her sisters. Should have been nicer, I guess. In the modern times, I would say things have changed a little bit, but as it stood in the mid-1900s up until the 90s, this seemed to be the direction that the character profiling was going. In at number 4, Snow White was paid peanuts. The iconic voice for Snow White was delivered by Adriana Caselotti, who had a brief career as a chorus girl for MGM Studios until Disney hired her to be the voice of Snow White. Now she was paid just $970 for the job, equivalent to around $15,000 today. So whilst $15,000 may seem like a lot of money for a voice job, it really wasn't, especially as Disney demanded that she never work again. He said, "I'm sorry, but that voice can't be used anywhere. I don't want to spoil the illusion of Snow White." So the maker of her career was also the nail in in its coffin, and when she did work, she had to remain uncredited. In at number 3, Disney park workers have been linked to sex crimes. So in less than 10 years, 35 Disney employees have been arrested on child sex charges, and this is just in and around Florida. Now 32 of those cases have resulted in convictions. One such accused worker was a character actor at Disney World, Florida, who was accused of sending nudes to what he thought was a 13-year-old boy. Unfortunately, as the Polk County Sheriff pointed out in 2012, where you find children, you will find sexual predators. Disney has responded by saying it does its utmost to put extensive measures in place to protect children and to stop predators being employed. In at number 2, there are cancer warnings in Disneyland, California. Okay, so I actually recently went to Disneyland, California, and I can confirm that there are a scary number of signs around that warn visitors of a risk of birth defects and cancer. Now the sign reads, "Warning, the Disneyland Resort contains chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects or other reproductive harm." So basically an investigation found out that there were very high levels of lead in common attractions such as the Sword in the Stone, Minnie's House, and Cinderella's Castle. Scary. Okay guys, so we have reached that all-important moment in our most amazing top 10 shocking facts about Disney Part 3. Are you ready? I'm giving it to you. In at number 1, some waters in Disney World are filled with alligators. Now this one is actually very sad and very recent. Disney World, Florida was recently at the center of a tragedy when a 2-year-old boy from Nebraska was staying at the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa Hotel at Disney World. He was playing near the Seven Seas Lagoon and he was taken by an alligator. So despite there being no alligator warnings at the lagoon, the boy was dragged away and drowned by a gator. So in the search for the boy, 6 alligators were caught and killed before the one which killed 2-year-old Lane Graves was found. It was later admitted that the alligator population was not being monitored and that they had no idea how many gators were living in the waters surrounding the parks. It's really sad. Okay guys, so that was the shocking facts about Disney Part 3. We want to say that we do really love Disney here and that these points are for informational and educational purposes because people are curious as to what happens on the less magical side of Disney. So guys, do you want a part 4? Let me know in the comments section down below. I'm Rebecca Felgate. Be sure to like, share and subscribe to our fabulous channel and I will catch you honeys next time. Bye!